guys, Married to KDK here, coming to you with one more video in this cute yellow and navy and pearl ensemble, honey. So every once in a while I get emails with people asking me questions as far as advice is concerned. I do not make videos about them because I be like, I'm trying to get it together myself. Okay, you help me. You help me out, I help you out. But this topic comes up a lot, especially as it pertains to marriage. So I wanted to give you guys just a couple of quick tips, not go into any detail, tell anybody's business, or tell my own. I have my own stories, but just give you a couple quick tips on how to handle long suffering. So a lot of times I get email about in-law relationships, and it's so funny. You can just Google in-laws, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, father-in-law, brother-in-law, cousin-in-law, uncle-in-law, any in-laws, and you will see a plethora of memes and jokes and comedian sets, all kinds of things going in about those relationships. They can be wonderful and they can be on the opposite end. As any relationship, they can be horrible. But I think it's about making the best of any situation, the best way that you can make the best of it. So I'm going to give you my top 2 tips. There's only 2. Number 1, this is not just in dealing with the in-law situation. Number 1, I know you guys are going to be like, that's it, but this is pretty much it. Prayer and fasting. Now, I know you guys are like, oh my gosh, she's so sad. I mean, legitimately, guys, you're going to have to fight these battles a different way. If you are a believer, first of all, if you're not a believer, I don't know what you're watching me for. You know, like, I don't know. Keep watching, you're going to be converted. But, yeah, prayer and fasting, guys. The reason I said it's number 1 is because the second thing is to talk to your spouse about it and you decide a plan together. Now, I have to say prayer and fasting first because coming from a woman, me, a attitudinous woman. Now, I'm everything y'all think I am, but I got a little sass in me, as any woman can. You have to prepare yourself to go present the information in a different way. So you can't go in there with the, I'm so tired, because this right here, none of this don't work. It don't work in reality TV, and it does not work in reality. So all of this, that don't work. You have to get yourself in a mindset to understand that you're not fighting your spouse. You know, when you're your wife, you're not fighting your husband. You are just dealing with people who are outside of the important realm, which is you and him together becoming one. You're just dealing with outsiders. You're just dealing with outsiders. And the best way to deal with the outsiders is to come together. That is the best way. You don't have to get up and act a fool. You don't have to confront everybody. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not telling you to be a doormat. I'm not saying be a doormat. But there's a way to go about it. And I promise you, getting into it with them, fist fighting people, fisticuffs and cursing people out, using foul language, none of that is going to produce a tangible result. Killing people with kindness and taking the bitter with the sweet, acting appropriately in front of your children, and just confiding in your spouse and letting them know. You're basically letting them take the heat, because I know you don't whip them because you're mad at your in-laws, but coming together first, like I said, the first tip is just prayer and fasting. Coming together with the Lord and just saying, look, God, I am trying. This is what I'm dealing with. And letting him work that out for you. That's going to be the best way. But I say prayer and fast because when you're hungry, you're not going to fight with your spouse when you go to tell them, look, these are the issues that I'm dealing with. Guys, I have seen some stuff. And it's so funny. When I started getting some of the emails, it made me Google. I was like, well, let me see what kind of other problems people are having. So you Google search, what people are having. So I read a story. Oh, my God. A woman was getting poisoned by her mother-in-law. I mean, I was like, what? I mean, literally, legitimately, she would poison her food. Every time she came over, she would be the only one to leave the house sick. I mean, some people are crazy. Some people just don't want you a part of the family, a part of their lives. There's nothing you can do about that. But the kicker to that story was because it was an advice column, the person told them to switch their plate with the spouse's plate, but tell the spouse in advance, make a big to-do about it in front of the mother-in-law so she can come up and be like, no, that's for you. But she didn't do that. She said something told her to do it in secret. She switched the plates in secret. Her husband got so sick. And after he got sick, she said, I've been telling you for years. They had been together for years. I've been telling you for years that your mother was poisoning me. And the reaction that she expected was, oh my God, you're right. I'm so sorry. He was like, you're trying to kill me. You knew what she was doing and you switched it so I could get sick, so now you want me to be sick? And so, needless to say, they ended up getting divorced. And I mean, because she was like, he knew. You know, all this time I was saying that I didn't think he knew. He knew. So I say that because your situation may seem horrible, but at least you're not getting poisoned. That's so bad to say, but your situation seems bleak and dreary. But when you hear somebody else having a worse situation, you're like, oh, okay. It's not that bad. It's like when you're in a line. So let's say you're in a line and you're paying a bill. Like if you still go to somewhere to pay bills. People rarely do. But you get in the line or you're waiting to return something after the holidays, okay? Or Black Friday. So you in the line. So this is you. It's 30 people in front of you. And you at the end. That line is long. It's long. But then somebody comes behind you. And somebody comes behind them. And so now it's 60 people. Well, the line's not so long now. Because I'm 30 out of 60. I was 30 out of 30, but now I'm 30 out of 60. So it doesn't seem so bad. So it's all about your perspective of it. So again, number one, fast, pray, ask God to help you. Let God just breathe him in, Lord. Just breathe in the Lord. Just let him just work in you and work you out so that way you have patience. And another thing I say that is because one of the fruits of the Spirit is long suffering. And I remember dealing with something and I was like, God, how long? Oh, Lord, I could just go in and tell the story, but how long do I have to deal with this, God? And I was reading my Bible and I came across the fruit of the Spirit, and that's one of the fruits of the Spirit, just suffering, long suffering. That's just part of it. And it makes you stronger. It makes you stronger. Number two, come together with your spouse. I don't want this video to be forever long. Come together with your spouse and come up with a plan. Now, when you come to your spouse, again, I told you all of this don't work. So you ain't going to be coming with all of this. But you need to sit them down. It needs to be a safe space. And you need to just break it down and let them know. These are the things that I'm dealing with. These are the consistencies. You've noticed them or you haven't noticed. But sometimes stuff is done sneaky. Sometimes it's done up front. Now, if you're noticing this, then it's a different discussion. If you're not noticing it, then these are the things that I'm noticing. These are things that are happening to me that you don't see. These are things they say when you're not around. And we have to deal with this together. Each spouse has to deal with their own family member. And I know... oh my goodness, I can imagine the comments. But each spouse needs to deal with their own family because that's their family. You can't go check somebody's mama and talk bad to your husband's mama and what she is, what she ain't, what she should have did. You ain't raised this one right. I know because I married her. You can't do that. That's his mama. You can't do that. You may want to, but you can't do that. You have to deal with your husband and let him know this is what's going on. You know, every time I am there, your sister comes by and she hits me upside the head, and I've asked her to stop, and then she pokes me, and you know, I've gained a lot of weight since the baby, and she pokes me and makes the Pillsbury tickle sound. It really hurts my feelings. I told her to stop. You know, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up, whatever, I don't know. But I mean, don't get twisted, I've been getting worse emails than this, and the worst stuff has happened. So you have to let them know, and then y'all come together and decide and go from there. What's going to be the plan? Now, is it going to happen overnight? No. Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it never stops. But the respect will be created by the spouse. And you disrespecting your spouse, telling your husband what he is and ain't going to do, and if it doesn't get done, what's going to happen? That doesn't make it happen any faster. It doesn't. So you have to come together, make your agreement on what you're going to do. Maybe if you go over there every week, if the disrespect continues, and you're not going every week, you're going once a month, or you're going twice a month, or you're going to go somewhere, but you're not going to go to each other's house, you're going to meet in a public place, or you're going to take the kids and let the kids play with the grandparents, and you come back and pick them up. Whatever kind of agreement you guys come to, but eventually the goal should be for you all to come together as a happy family. But this doesn't just apply to in-laws. This can apply to any relationship where you're having issues with somebody. So, number one, you need to make sure that you're praying and fasting and staying aligned with God and making sure that you're straight there. And then number two, come to your spouse, let them know, and you two work out a plan. You let the husband confront whoever he needs to confront and let them know. And, you know, the first time he'll probably be very sweet. This is what's going on. But eventually, that hair gonna come up on that chest, and he gonna let them know, this is my wife. And you don't treat my wife any kind of way. And then you can stand back and be like, yeah. But you do that in your head. Don't be back there, you know, because that makes it worse. Just do that in your head. But I promise you it's going to get better, guys. Again, you're not at the end of the line. You're 30 of 60. You're halfway there. Just keep pressing. Keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And the relationships will form. If you have any more questions, comment down below. If you like these advice type videos, I'm not going to tell your business. I don't do that. But if you keep it general and you want a video response, then let me know. I'm not proud of myself on being an expert. I'm not an expert, but I can tell you what I've done. And I can just give you what thus saith the Lord, because that's all I know to do. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.